And that is the concern right now, no doubt, of my next guest, Mark Morgan. Mark is the former acting Custom Border Protection Commissioner, joins us right now. Mark, what do you think of this plan and the risks that you think are out there?
Neil, I mean, you just stated the biggest risk of all. Look, back in 2019, one of the driving factors behind the unprecedented crisis was the fact that we had these significant loopholes, one of them being if you made it to their border, you're going to be released into the United States, never to be heard from again. That's not a right or left thing. The facts support that. And under the Trump administration, that was cut off in large part due to the Migrant Protection Protocol, the Remain in Mexico program, as most know it. And now, not only has that program been rescinded, but those that were already enrolled in the program, those are the people now that are being actively allowed in the United States. All they're doing is they're coming to a port of entry, and now they're being allowed in. And Neil, real quick, what's important to that is it's not just what's happening on the front end that they're being released, but he's also on the back end removed ICE's authorities to remove them lawfully once they stay here illegally. So catch and release is back on, and they're actually creating the next wave of people in a few years going to say, "Where's my amnesty?"
Where do they go and who monitors them then, Mark, in this event? That here they are in the United States. Are they restricted to a certain area or areas? Does anyone monitor? I mean, 25,000, that's a lot of people right now in the first wave. How do we keep track?
We do not. That's the answer, Neil. Look, there's been talks about alternatives to detention, but what's happening now, that's not even being used, and we know that that's a failure anyway, that whether they put an ankle bracelet on, they just cut them off and they don't show up. But, Neil, this is very important. Your question is spot on. They're going to be allowed in. There's really no monitoring. And now, because of the new enforcement restrictions, ICE is going to be prohibited. If they don't show up for a hearing, they're going to be prohibited from going after them and detaining them and trying to remove them. I mean, they are absolutely, we're seeing a new era where our country is facilitating illegal immigration into this country.
Do you know, and it's still early in the process, and I grant you that, Mark, that we have seen an uptick on people sneaking over the border. I know Lindsey Graham was famously on the border in Arizona taking a look at holes in the wall that aren't going to be patched up. That is just sort of like a gaping invitation for those to come right in. Do we have any reliable data on how many are taking advantage of this sort of limbo in the meantime?
Yeah, so Neil, I wouldn't characterize what you're seeing as an uptick. I'm categorizing it as since the election, the numbers have skyrocketed. We're apprehending 3,500 a day at the southwest border. Remember, it was Jay Johnson, the former secretary under then President Obama and Vice President Biden, where he said 1,000 was a bad day. I didn't agree much on his immigration policies, but that I agreed with. 1,000's a bad day. We're at 3,500 a day. That's why I say the crisis has already begun. It's already here of those numbers, and it's a direct result of the open border strategies that this administration within a few weeks has already enacted.
All right, Mark Morgan, good seeing you again. I hope you're wrong on this, but you've been eerily prescient on a lot of the things that are going on. Mark Morgan, the former acting CBP commissioner. We'll keep an eye on that for you.